Welcome back to another episode of Central Oregon Shenanigans. Today, I feel like working on the Bronco. I got to clean up our workbench that we had set up for the Absolute Customs Bumper Build series. We have some boxes that arrived, and we're going to go ahead and unbox those today real quick and show you what we've got going on for Project 6-liter build. I've got more parts coming. We've got about another 3 boxes that should be showing up, and a set of tires. So with that being said, guys, let me get this workbench cleaned off over here, and we'll do some unboxing real quick for the upcoming 6-liter project we're gonna be doing, and then we'll go get the Bronco started and get it in the shop today. All right, how's that sound good? All right, that sounds good to me too. All right, guys, so first off, what we got for the 6-liter, the 2005 F350 dually that we have, is we're going to be putting on, in the next couple weeks, we'll see an episode, I'm going to be putting this on. This is a Kurt front receiver hitch for the Super Duties. I think it would fit on my 2001 as well, but we're going to go ahead and put this on the Super Duty. And then we're going to go ahead and buy a winch plate, and we're going to experiment with the Harbor Freight the winch over there at Harbor Freight. Maybe we might get a Warren, but we're gonna go with the 14,000 pound winch for recovery operations. I've only needed a winch in the last couple of years, only like a couple times, but if Kyle and I decided to start recovering vehicles again and flipping them or whatever, we could hook it into here and pull it on the trailer, or we could build something on the trailer and we can have a winch that's mobile that can be attached to different vehicles, if that makes sense. That's kind of where I'm going with this. For at the moment, I'd like to get an Absolute Customs bumper, but it's just not in the budget at the moment for the Super Duty. So we're just going to go with this for the moment being until that opportunity comes around. So, yeah, that's number 1 on our list that I've had for a while we haven't put on. So, put that aside and grab the next item. Okay, so the next item we have is some towing mirrors. These were, I actually did some trading with a customer of mine. One of my customers had these laying in the garage, and she had them on her excursion. So I went ahead and traded a job for these. She paid like $300 and some bucks for them, but and only ran them one summer, so they are pretty much in new shape. Now these ones, my understanding, have the adapter piece, because these are for like a 2010 or something like that, 2009, 2010. Yeah, here they are. So it comes with an adapter for each mirror that you plug in, and you can plug it into whatever year pickup that you have, is my understanding of what that adapter does. So, and there's 2 mirrors in here, and there's 2 adapters. So I think I want to get these on sooner than later. Look at those are nice. They got the chrome back on them, turn signal, and these are heated mirrors. They got the little heat symbol. Mine's turn signals, and mine's got heated mirrors as well. So that's gonna jazz up that truck. I don't mind the stock mirrors, but these ones look a lot better in my opinion. Next up on our list, this box. I got this off of Facebook the other day. These are new headlights, and these are just factory replacements. Mine are all getting fogged up. I don't know if you've noticed that in any of the videos. And these ones are absolutely immaculate. These came off a 2006 King Ranch. So we're going to be putting those in and replacing my nasty fog lights. And then on my 01 7.3, I just pulled the trigger and bought some new headlights for it. That's going to get some goodies on it. So stay tuned for all of that. I'm going to try to do that probably. These headlights and the mirrors are probably going to be one video, and then maybe the towing, the front tow hitch will probably be another video. Also, we got 6 new tires coming for the dually before the snow starts flying. I have got bolt sets in my shopping cart, and I'm leaning. I've got two. So you know I'm a big KO2 fan, the BFG KO2s. I also have got BFG Cam2s, the older mud trains, and the more aggressive mud trains are actually cheaper, and I like those there. They do really good in the snow and the ice as well. So I'm at a standstill of what tires that I actually want to go with. The mud train tires are going to be a little bit bigger, and the KO2s are going to be a little bit, they're going to be stock size, but they're going to be more expensive. So I'm leaning towards buying the mud trains. I've never had the mud trains on a 1-ton pickup, so I don't know how they're going to wear and the ride quality. I already know the KO2s, they wear okay. Hot summer days, pulling with those tires, they do burn off pretty quick. But they ride, so they're just an amazing riding tire, and I just love the BFG KO2s. So, also coming for the 2005 6-liter intercooler pipes. The plastic pipes on mine cracked a while back, just kind of been babying her along. We're going to be replacing CAC boots and intercooler pipes. Those are on order and should be here sometime this week, maybe beginning of next week. And we're going to have to diagnose a FICM problem. I think I have a fuel injection control modular problem. We're going to dive into that soon as well. Every once in a while, I've got to miss. It just, like, you under full throttle, it'll miss. They're stinking brand new. So, with that being said, guys, that's kind of what's on the agenda coming up real soon. And I am sick and tired of looking at that Bronco just weeping or just withering away in the corner over there. So let's pull the Bronco out, get it fired. I'm gonna go get it fired up off camera, and let's get it moved into the shop here so it's in my stinking way. I gotta tear down this workbench real quick. We're gonna put it in here and we're gonna dissect the steering box out of it today. We're gonna take the steering box out of it today, and we're going to get online off camera. I'll get online and get one coming, and we'll get a steering box in it. As soon as the steering box is done, then we're going to move to the rear axle, and we're going to take the rear perches off the axle. I'm going to order some new perches, and we're going to rotate the rear axle, and I don't think we're going to have to build the drive line if I do that. And right now our drive line angles are like this. I just want to. So that being said, let me go get that stinking Bronco. The Bronco lives again, kinda. Purring like a kitten, guys. It's kinda hard to just throw that motor away when it's running like that. But you remember when we gas washed this sucker? I'm gonna show you something. First started up, it's dripping pretty good. When it warms up, it actually starts slowing down. I don't know. I was thinking about changing the oil again and trying some sort of additive to see if we can't at least slow that down, if not stop it. But yeah, we've got a rear main. It's got to be the rear main. Both the valve covers don't look like they're leaking. I thought it was a valve cover gasket, but unfortunately we shit the rear main when we filled it, when the engine sat there and filled full of gas this summer when we didn't know it. It's unfortunate, just an unfortunate deal with the too much pressure in the fuel tank. So I've got it fixed now where it can't do that again. I don't know what to do. I haven't had any bites on anybody buying the Expedition. So I've thought about pulling the guts out of the Expedition and throwing it in the Bronco and just parting out the Expedition. It's got a lot of good body panels on it, and a good interior, and save those tires for my wife's truck because they've got like 90% tread on them. And those wheels, Kyle might be interested for his 4BT F-150. If not, I could probably get a couple bucks out of them on Craigslist or Facebook or something. But I don't know. Another part of me just a little bit ago off camera was thinking, well, this winter we could pull the modified engine out and just do a rear main seal and stuff, but this motor don't have very much power. I can't even chirp the tires, the 35s. So I really don't want to pull it out and put a bunch of money back into it again. It does run good. I don't know. Let's get it in here and start working on the steering box. We know that needs to be replaced. Alrighty guys, had you on the charger. I've got just 2 nuts off. There's 2 nuts. There's a stud on each side. I think there's only 2. And both sides are 1/2 inch. On this old girl, I think now, I don't know how this comes apart. I might have to watch a YouTube video on this. These are 2 studs. You got 2, I don't know, let me stick something in there and see if we can't pry her loose. Get a pry bar on her. Might be a little overkill. I don't know. I've never done a box my whole life. All the stuff that we've done, I've never done. Okay. I don't know. I'm gonna watch a YouTube video now. I've never replaced a steering box before, believe it or not. So, alrighty guys, I ended up taking that bolt out of there. That right there, and then just use this and slid the steering shaft off that spline there. Now I'm gonna go underneath and get rid of the Pitman arm, disconnect that, and then we'll take the 3 bolts. There's 3 bolts into the frame after we get the drop Pitman arm off. I'm gonna take this nut off right here. And we just put this on. It should come off easy. Took the nut off. Took 2 hammers and hit at the same time with both hammers. Shocked it. About 10 hits. She fell on down. I would like to take this moment and shout out 2 channels. You need to go over and check out Hodgepodge Dodge Garage. He's looking a little shabby over there, guys. I'm disappointed in you. Go check out his content. He uploaded a video and only got 50 views on it the other day. Go check out Zane. I'm telling you right now. Go check it out. He's got a good channel. I think you guys will enjoy his content. Please go check out Hodgepodge Dodge Garage. I'm going to drop that link in the description below. After you watch my video, click on it. Go check him out. Tell him I sent you. Also, if you're watching this episode and you've never seen the Fox Shop, do the same thing. Go jump over. Go give John a view and tell him I sent you. And if you're watching this video and you like what I'm doing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Turn on that notification bell. With that being said, I'm going to figure out what those 3 bolts on the old Bronco steering box is. There's 3. I can't turn the wheels at this point. I think I should have. Maybe I'll take this tire off. There's a bolt there. I know the lighting sucks under here, guys, but there's 1 here and there's 2 there. Disconnect the power steering pump and drain it. So I'm gonna do that next, and then we'll get those 3 bolts off, and I think the box will just drop out of there, and then it's gonna sit in here for 2 weeks. We're gonna do some brakes. We're gonna do some brakes and ball joints and all those good fun parts in the front end while we've got it in here this go around. So. Alrighty, different day, different dollar. So, tonight is our only opportunity to get this damn power steering box out, so that when we go to the valley tomorrow, we can give it off to my brother-in-law and have him take it to Seattle with him to exchange it out for a redhead gearbox. That's right. So, with that being said, guys, I'm gonna get some tools on here and on those 2. And I'll bolt this sucker from the frame. Alrighty guys, so those 2 bolts are out. I got 1 more bolt left right here, and they're threaded into the frame. There's no nuts on the backside, so we'll just go ahead and put the gun on here. Alrighty guys, now that the box is loose, I think I want to try pulling it up through the top side here. I can't get to the hoses on the bottom of it. So what I've decided is I'm going to take the power steering pump out and possibly the bracket. So yeah, I'm going to set you guys up on the side here. Maybe do a little time lapse taking this apart. And let's get that power steering pump out of our way. Yeah, I've got a bucket underneath there to catch all the oil. But yeah, I'm kind of excited. Well, there you go, guys. There's my power steering pump and the box out of the truck. Now all you got to do is take off these hoses here and here, and we're gonna send that thing up to up by Seattle, Washington, to get a redhead in here. But yeah, guys, not too bad at all. Upcoming on the Bronco is going to be ball joints, wheel bearings, pretty much all the steering up front, and brakes. And then we got to jump in the back and rotate the axle. The perches, the lift kit did not work like I thought it was going to, because this doesn't have stock. Somebody had put some different rear leaf springs in this. And my angles are off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to grind down the perches, cut them off, grind down the axles, rotate the axle where I want it, and then weld new perches on the back. And we still have to put some new shocks back there. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Give this video a big thumbs up. Comments do go down below. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to check out John Fox at the Fox Shop. And don't forget to go by and check out Zane's channel, Hodgepodge Dodge Garage. He needs our help. Let's get him to 1,000 subs. That's my goal before Christmas time. It's a big goal to have, but if you guys could help me out, go help Zane out. Get him up to 1,000 subscribers by Christmas time. That'd be awesome. He's got a good channel, guys. So with that being said, thanks for tuning in. See you here.